Good day, my friends, and welcome to Channel 42, Episode 1, What's It All About? Where I answer for you 5 questions: who, what, where, when, and why. First question, who am I? Well, I'm a retired healthcare worker in long-term care. That's nursing home, 26 years, most of that in activities and programming. So not only did I work with and for old people, I kind of became an old people along beside them. And now 8 years later, I am an even older old people. What am I hoping to do with this channel? I want to keep us walking, and the word there is keep us walking. What are we going to be walking? We are going to be recording. This little gem is a sports camera. You know, the kind they fix to the top of bicycle helmets and handlebars of bicycles? Sort of like what Google Earth uses, kind of a poor man's GoPro. This is going to attach to the hand grips of my walker, and it'll be recording wherever we happen to go. So, where is all this happening? It's happening in Norfolk County, the one in Ontario, Canada, not the one down in Virginia. Simcoe is the biggest town, and we have an official, get that, an official entry point to the Great Trail of Canada. It's also an entry point to several rail trails to surrounding communities. The Sunrise Trail goes up to Waterford. Connected to that is the rail trail out to Delhi, and also south from here, the Lynn Valley Trail takes you down to Port Dover and the water and the beach. We also have a newly expanded bus service which will take us to surrounding communities, and most of those communities have a 2-kilometer and a 5-kilometer urban trail, which is all sidewalks, pavement pretty much, so they're easy to travel on. The idea is to go for a walk, map it, document it, have fun, and show what we can really do. What's happening? Well, every couple of weeks, I hope, once I get this first one done. The hardest ones are the ones where I speak to you. That's taking a little longer. I have 3 more talkies, and then I have 5 walkies already in the tubes, including one which has a bus trip to Port Dover and a visit to Len's Mill Store, and then a walk down to the lake, which is kind of fun. They'll come out as I get them finished. There's a bit of a learning curve with this, I have found. It's, well, you remember how we used to have trouble changing the clock on the VCR? Well, it's things like changing the date stamp on these little cameras. It's the little technicalities that are a bit of a slowdown. The other thing is, too, I'm retired and, you know, life goes on kind of thing. But you know what? You can subscribe. If you subscribe, then you'll know when I put something new up. I guess this is a good time to say the other 2 big words, which is thumbs up and tell your friends. Might as well throw that in now. Last but not least, why? Well, as a senior who worked in long-term care for 26 years, you would have thought I'd know better, and I wouldn't have waited so long before I looked for a mobility device for myself. But you know, we love our independence, and it's embarrassing on a certain level. I mean, it's not to be embarrassed about, but at the same time, it is embarrassing a bit. And the first couple times I was out with my walker, I admit, you know, you got to be upfront, you know, face it and say, hey, look, new wheels. And that's the way I decided to take it. Myself was that I was going to give you a link and a takeaway every day. So today's link is going to take you to Norfolk County's website, specifically to the Parks and Rec pages, and to the specific page that lists all the county trails and parks that are available for you. It also takes you to this little publication in Norfolk. This has a list of just about anything and everything that's going on in the county. From infants to seniors, if it's going on in Norfolk, it'll be in this brochure. And you can find this at the library, at the rec center, but I would say probably your first place to look for it is at the library, because what do we do without our libraries, really? They're our font of information for you. Which brings me to my takeaway for the day. Sometimes we don't really see what's in our own backyard, and sometimes we don't really appreciate how much is going on in our community unless we see it all listed. So take a look in your local area and see what's going on, because if they're anywhere a fraction as busy as this community is, there's lots for you to be doing. My next episode is, how did we get here from there? How did you get to the point where you need to be thinking about a locker? And I'll give you some good things and some bad things that we do when we're kidding ourselves that we don't really need as a locker after all. I hope you join me. It's a bit humorous and a bit poignant, but I think it makes a point. That's episode 2. How did we get here from there? See you there. Bye.